Hi everybody, thank you for watching. For those of you guys that are new, my name is Carly and this is my big sister Amanda.
Hi everyone.
And she's getting married in less than 3 weeks, which is so crazy. I'm so happy for you.
Can you believe how fast that went?
No.
Oh my God.
I feel like we just started planning it. I feel like you just got engaged.
It was over a year ago.
Yeah, quick ring shot. Today I was doing her trial for her wedding because I am doing her makeup, so I figured I would film it for you guys because I know a lot of you have requested a bridal makeup look. So do you like how it came out?
I love it. I almost cried.
Yeah, she almost cried.
She's an artist.
Oh, you're so sweet. So yeah, this is how we're gonna do her makeup for the day of, and her hair, we're not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm gonna vlog everything so you'll get to see her and her dress and everything because it's literally the most amazing dress I've ever seen. But if you guys wanna learn how I got this makeup look right here, then please keep watching. Was that fine? Or should we redo it?
Oh, I think it was cute.
Or do you think we should do one more to be safe? I think it went good.
I think it was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
One and done?
It was natural.
One and done.
Natural.
One and done. Okay.
To start off today's look, I'm using this eyeshadow primer by Too Faced Cosmetics. I'm then grabbing my Carli Bybel palette and I'm picking up this nude matte shade and I'm applying that all over her eyelid. Grabbing the Morphe 35K palette and this light brown shade, I'm grabbing my Sigma E40 brush and I'm applying that right into her crease. Just a tip for anyone who's doing someone else's makeup. One thing I always like to do when I did do freelance work was I would always start off maybe a little bit lighter than what they requested. That way at the end, if they want to add more and add more darkness, you can do that. It's always harder to lighten up the look as opposed to adding more darkness to it. Grabbing this darker brown cool shade and my Sigma E25, I'm going to start blending that right into my crease below the lighter shade. Grabbing that same color with my Sigma E30, I'm just gonna start blending that right into the crease as well. This is gonna really accentuate the crease and make your eyes appear larger. So I'm gonna slowly drag that up and then I'm going back to my blending brush and I'm just gonna blend it all out. I asked her to show me a couple pictures of what kind of look she was going for and she really wanted to keep it pretty neutral on the eyes with a little bit of shimmer. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup on a day-to-day basis, so I thought champagnes and browns would be perfect for her wedding day. Picking up the pigment called Clove from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, I'm applying that on the outer half of her eyelid. So for the lid, I wanted like a really pretty shimmer ombre. So I'm then grabbing this highlight shade from my Carli Bybel palette, I'm applying it next to it, and then I'm going back to my palette and I'm picking up this white highlight shade and I'm applying that in the inner part of her eyelid. So it's gonna give it a really pretty ombre look. Then grabbing this medium matte brown shade, I'm just going to apply that a little bit on the outer part of the lid. For liner, I'm using this one by Physicians Formula. I basically ran out of it and I tried to reorder it and it sold out. So my second recommendation for you guys is the Kat Von D ink liner. I like that one a lot too. For lashes, I'm using the Christina lashes, the WSP. They're my favorite. Moving on to her skin, I'm first applying the Climate Control, which is by SeneDerm. I'm using 4 pumps and I'm applying that all over her face. I'm then going in with 4 drops of the Nangai oil. She uses these 2 products every day as well and she really likes how it works on her skin, so that's why I am doing that first. To mattify her face, I am using the Cover FX primer and you guys can see how it instantly mattifies her. For foundation, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I originally went in with number 5, but I added a little bit of number 4 as well just to match her perfectly. And I know we're a little late in this video to bring it up, but I wanted to apologize in advance for my nails in this video. I know they do not look cute at all. I got a manicure today, but just didn't have time, so don't judge me. Grabbing this Tarte foundation brush and 1 pump of number 4 and number 5, I'm then going to apply this down her neck. To cream contour her today, I'm using this Graftobian palette. I'm using the second darkest shade, and I'm going to apply that on her forehead, her cheeks, and then I'm going to go in and contour her nose. So to contour her nose, I'm going to apply that on the tip, and I'm also going to apply it on the sides of her nose. Now, if you guys are used to seeing me contour my nose, I always extend the lines up into my eyeshadow, but since her nose is a little more narrow on the top of her nose, I'm not going to drag those lines up any further. I'm also going to be applying the contour shades in between her cupid's bow, under her lip, and also her jawline. Then for concealer, I'm picking up the shade Light Neutral, and I'm going to be applying this under her eyes, on her smile lines, her chin, and also in between her brows. Then I'm going to start blending out all of the contour shades. If you guys want, you can blend the contour before you apply the concealer. I just wanted to show you guys where I was placing everything, so that's why I left it all on. To blend out the concealer, I am using a damp beauty blender. This is my absolute favorite product for concealer. One trick that I like to do is when I am blending out the concealer on my smile lines, if you blow out your cheeks and then blend it, and then when you set it, do the same thing, it's going to help prevent those smile lines from coming through. So just a little trick. To blend out her nose contour, I'm applying a little bit more of that concealer right on the sides of her nose. And then with this Tarte brush, I'm going to do like a patting motion, and I'm going to blend it upwards towards the darkness. Then to set her under eyes, I am making her look up. I'm going to blend out all of the creases, and then I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D setting powder. So as you can see, I'm just going to blend out any areas that will usually crease with the concealer, and then when I set it, it's going to help prevent all of those lines from coming back. Then moving on to brows, I am using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ebony for her, and I'm just going to first use the pencil to shape out her brows, make sure they're even, and then I'm going to go in with the Ebony brow powder and just fill them in a little bit more. To set her nose contour, I am using a little bit of the 2 lighter shades in my Kat Von D palette. Then I'm just taking the same brush that I used to set my under eyes, and I'm just going to do circular motions to remove all the excess powder. To set her brows, I'm using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, and then I'm just going to apply a little bit of this Model in a Bottle setting spray onto her face. Going back to my Shade and Light palette, I'm grabbing the middle bronze shade, and I'm just going to bronze up everywhere that I had used the cream contour. Then grabbing my Kat Von D foundation powder and this smaller Sigma brush, I'm just going to apply this underneath her eyes and on the sides of her nose. It's going to really brighten up the middle of the face, and it's going to help lift up that area, which in turn is going to help make the nose contour look better as well. Going in with my pencil brush and the darkest cool brown shade, I'm going to start applying that on the outer half of her eyelid. Then picking up this lighter matte shade, I'm going to apply that on the inner half of her eye. Going back to my white highlight shade, I'm going to apply this right in the tear duct of her eye and just brighten that up as well. And then I'm grabbing the brown shimmer shade from my palette, and I'm applying that right on the inner half of the lower lash line. I'm applying a little bit of setting powder under her eyes while I apply her bottom mascara. This is just going to help prevent any darkness from appearing under her eyes. Grabbing this pink champagne highlight color from my palette, I'm then going to highlight her nose. I always like to highlight the nose like an exclamation point, so a little dot at the tip and then up the bridge. For lip liner, I'm using Lolita by Kat Von D. And then for lips, she's using some of her favorite Lip Sense products. These products don't wipe off, so that's why she wanted to use it for her wedding day. She did 1 layer of First Love and then 2 layers of pink champagne. It ended up being a little bit too nude, so we added a pink layer in a minute, which I will show you. So the key to using these are applying very thin layers and then sealing it off with a gloss, and it's smudge proof all day, which is really cool. Moving on to blush, I am using my BH Nude Blush Palette, and I'm picking up this pink color. Once we put on the blush, that's when I realized I wanted the lips to be a little bit more on the pink side. So I'm adding 1 layer of the color Goddess, and then I'm putting the gloss back on it. That way it seals it in. And we both agreed that it was like the perfect pink color for her. So I'm finishing off her look by spraying Model in a Bottle all over her face, which is one of my old favorite setting sprays. And that is it.
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, I do. I love it.
You sound like you're gonna cry.
Oh, yeah, it looks really pretty.
Yeah, you like the eyes?
I do. I love it.
Beautiful. Beauteous. You're gonna be the most beautiful bride.
Aww.
You like the lip color?
The lip color's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did that extra layer of pink was perfect.
Yeah.
First shot? Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What do you think, Mom?
I love it. Let me get a picture. Look at me.
Your eyes
Wow.
look amazing. So this is the final result. How gorgeous does she look? Yay! So you love it?
I love it.
Would you change anything?
I wouldn't change a single thing.
Sorry, we have Mom in the background trying to keep the toy away from Cindy, and she's making it go off more than Cindy was. So this was her trial, so I was prepared to maybe like do a couple different things, but she really liked how it came out the first time around.
One and done.
Yeah, I think it looks so amazing on you. It looks so beautiful. When you guys see her dress, you're just gonna die. So,
Gonna die.
you're gonna die. Well, thank you for being in this video with me
Thank
today.
you for having me today.
Of course. And until next time, see you guys later.